Hey, what is going on, everybody? It's JayPlayzFTW here. I'm back in another video, and today we're here with our tier list. And these are zombies that I could beat in a fight. And you can see the tiers. I would clap, I would win, I barely win. Fair fight, I would lose by a bit, I would lose in a rip. Now, before we get into it, one last thing I have to say: I have a Patreon and Discord. If you want to support me there, then cool. But let's hop right into it. Now, let's start off by just I would clap. Now, let's get the rules. I don't know why, so let's get right into it. Let's get to the rules. It's strange. Really, only one rule is that it's hands only. It's just feet and fists. You don't have the weapons, like the ladder zombie wouldn't have a ladder. I mean, it's just whatever they're wearing, but no weapons. Simple enough. Now, 2, I'd clap. I believe Jack-in-the-Box Zombie, just because I feel like he's too just crazy to even know where I would be. And the backup dancers it'd basically be fight dancing. And the imp isn't on here, but the imp I would also probably clap because it's like 2 feet tall. So I believe I would clap those 3 people mainly. I couldn't see myself mainly losing those guys. I don't think it'd be that close to all either. Moving on to the I would win. Now we have basically all the basic zombies in the balloon zombie. The balloon zombie just seems weak. I don't know why. It just does. And the basic zombies, I mean, they're not too fast. They're not too strong. Conehead, I mean, could give a little bit of trouble, but I mean, in reality, all it is a cone on his head, so as soon as that's off, it's just another basic zombie, and I would believe I would still win, and I just believe I would win. Now, moving on to I'd barely win. Now, these are ones where I feel like it'd be a pretty close fight, and I would just barely come out on top. Basketball, or catapult zombie, just because, do I need to explain? He's like 400 pounds, but one good punch and he's out, but he would definitely give you some trouble. Buckethead Zombie, can't really see anything, but it's still a bucket, so punching through a bucket or just take off the bucket's kind of risky to do, but I do believe I'd barely win that one. Pogo Zombie, I don't know if it'd have its pogo stick. I don't know if I'd really consider it a weapon. I don't think it changes too much if he does or it doesn't, but I mean, using a pogo stick as a weapon, I mean, I don't know. I believe I would win either way. But just barely, just because I don't know why. Screen door, this would be including he has the screen door, because I'm not going to consider the screen door as a weapon, even though technically he has it, just because I think the screen door zombie would prioritize holding onto the screen door rather than fighting me. I don't know. Snorkel zombie this fight would just be on the ground, so I'd automatically have an advantage, because it mainly stays in the water. And I feel like I could not pretty easily, but I could take it out without too much of a problem, but I'd still barely win. It'd cause more trouble than the technically 7 above it, including the imp. Now, these are the fair fights. These are the ones where it would be close, definitely, and no matter how long we'd fight, it'd probably be even. If we did 10 battles, we'd each probably win 5 of them. And this would be ladder zombie, just because it has the ability to move fast, even though it wouldn't be able to use his ladder. We know it still can move fast, so that'd be a problem. Zomboni, this is him out of his Zomboni. I don't know what it feels. I just feel like he would be way harder to fight than, like, Catapult Zombie or Pogo Zombie. Don't know why, I just feel like that. Bungee Zombie, I didn't really know where to rank him, because we never see him actually walk or anything. So I just put him in fair fight, just because he seems like a bigger zombie, just by looking at him. So I'll just put him in middle tier. The head disco zombie, Michael Jackson zombie. It's the king of the other zombies, and it wouldn't focus too much on dancing and more on fighting. And then Grandpa Zombie, just because that thing goes insane when he destroys newspaper, and that's probably going to happen in a fight, and once it does, you're in a bit of trouble, which would make it a fair fight. Moving on to, these bottom, 8 are ones that I would probably lose. Now, there's 3 that I feel like I'd only lose by a bit. That's Miner Zombie, just because, even without, obviously it doesn't have its pickaxe, I feel like it has the ability to move the best out of the big zombies. I don't know, besides, of course, Yeti Zombie and Gargantuar. I mean, I don't mean boss zombies. It's the best ability to move for a big zombie. It's not a boss zombie, but yeah, and it can go underground, I bet, even without a pickaxe. But Dolphin Zombie, just because that thing is freaking insane. Not like the Jack-in-the-Box Zombie insane. I mean, a different sort of insane that I feel can make it good at fighting. I don't know why. Javelin Zombie, Pole Vaulting Zombie is just a straight up athletic zombie. I don't know what I want to tell you. I would lose to it, but I wouldn't lose to it by crazy enough. Actually, no, I probably would. I'm moving that down to I would lose to that, probably. I mean, I would, but then moving on to the I would lose. I'm gonna go over the Zomboni skiers first, just because it said that, and if you've ever read their bio, it says that they do everything together. So this wouldn't mean I'd be fighting one. This would mean I'm fighting 4 of them, and I'm not taking down 4 zombies at once. So I would lose to the Zomboni skier zombies, bobsled zombies. That's what they're called, bobsled. I don't know why. All-Star Zombie, yes, his helmet's not a weapon, and it's fast, it's athletic, it's got a helmet. I would lose to it. It's really not much of a question. Moving on to Rip, yeah, these I would have no chance. I'm done before the fight even begins. Gargantuar, I think we all understand this. He's big, he's buff, he's slow, but that doesn't mean too much. A punch would do legitimately nothing to him. Even though a P does something to him, you know, but yeah, no, I wouldn't stand a chance. Plus, he's got whatever used to smash. Zomboss, yeah, I mean, I'll just move it there. I don't really know why. But Zomboss, yeah, we all know. Boss Zombie. This is assuming he's in the mech. If he is out of the mech, I would say he's probably in the fair fight region if he's out of the mech. But this is when he's in the mech. I know it's kind of breaking the law because it's kind of a weapon. Yeah, but this is Zomboss. He gets to be in the mech. And yeah, that would be Rip. Even Zomboss alone, it's probably a fair fight because he'd still probably be a decent fighter. But he's in Rip. And then Yeti Zombie. You rarely see him. He doesn't move too fast, but he's a Yeti. Going at Garden Warfare games, he can shoot ice at you and freeze you, which would be super annoying. And I would just lose pretty quickly to the Yeti Zombie. But yeah, guys, that's my Pvz Zombie, who I beat. I don't know what to call this. Pvz Zombie, who I'd beat in a tier list video. Sure. But anyways, thanks guys. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.